Yes, Roman Reigns is my favorite WWE superstar. I am one of his biggest admirers. You could simply say I am a huge fan of both him and everything he has accomplished inside the ring. Now, let me tell you why I admire him so much. It's not just because he has delivered incredible performances throughout his WWE career. Of course, his dominance, charisma, and consistency have all been remarkable, but there's another reason that's even more meaningful to me. Believe it or not, Roman Reigns' wrestling career and the way his storylines have been presented have played an important role in my real life. And for that, I genuinely want to thank the WWE creative team. Honestly, if WWE had told the exact same story with another superstar, I probably would have become a fan of that person too. But personally, I believe Roman was the perfect choice. He truly deserved that role. Some people might think that's a little strange after hearing me say it, and that's completely okay. I'm simply sharing my own perspective. I would also love to hear your thoughts, so be sure to leave a comment below. The biggest reason I admire Roman Reigns isn't just because he's an amazing WWE superstar. What's really fascinating is that many of Roman Reigns' storylines, rivalries, and performances, even though they are scripted according to WWE's creative direction, have taught me some of the most valuable lessons I have ever learned in my real life. So today, I want to talk about the WWE moments involving Roman Reigns that genuinely inspired me. At the very top of that list is the WWE Bloodline storyline. Before I explain why, I want to mention something important. I didn't just watch the Bloodline story as another wrestling fan. I tried to understand every emotion it delivered, every funny moment, every emotional reunion, every betrayal, every conflict, every moment of unity, and every heartbreaking twist. I analyzed it from my own perspective. I tried I wanted to preserve those moments in my memory because they felt truly special to me. I know this might sound a little unusual to some people, but I'm speaking honestly from the bottom of my heart. In fact, one of the main reasons I created this YouTube channel is to share beautiful experiences like this. I'm sure many of you have felt something similar. Sometimes a story is created simply for entertainment, but somehow it ends up touching your personal life in ways you never expected. You begin to see your own emotions reflected in fictional characters, their journeys start reminding you of your own experiences, and before you realize it, you have learned valuable life lessons from something that was originally meant to entertain you. And honestly, that's exactly what the Bloodline did for me. Now, let me finally talk about the Bloodline. First, I'll briefly explain the storyline itself, and then I'll share how it influenced my life. Everything really began in 2020 when Roman Reigns returned to WWE and captured the Universal Championship. Soon after, a family conflict started. Roman found himself in intense rivalries with his own cousins, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. Those matches weren't just about winning championship, they were about family, respect, loyalty, and leadership. In the end, Roman Reigns emerged victorious. Eventually, Jey and Jimmy acknowledged Roman as the tribal chief and accepted him as the true head of the table. They chose to follow his leadership, and that's how one of the most dominant factions in WWE history, the Bloodline, was born. The rest is history. We all know how successful each member of the Bloodline became. Their individual careers reached incredible heights, and even today, many of them continue to thrive. Just look at Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and other stars whose career were elevated through this unforgettable storyline. But for me, the Bloodline became much more than just a wrestling faction. When the Bloodline was first taking shape, the entire world was going through the COVID-19 pandemic. That was the time when my family and I started watching WWE together on a regular basis. Most of the time, I would watch it with my dad and my brothers. To be honest, neither my father nor my brothers were really interested in professional wrestling before that. They didn't follow WWE the way I did, but during the pandemic, Everyone was stuck at home. There weren't many entertainment options, so whether they wanted to or not, they often ended up watching WWE with me. The difference was that while they were casually watching it, I was completely invested in it. I enjoyed every episode with genuine passion. As the Bloodline storyline continued, I started explaining everything to them. I told them about each character, their personalities, their motivations, their relationship, and why every rivalry mattered. Little by little, they became interested too. My father especially became surprisingly invested in the story. Before that, he had always assumed that WWE was nothing more than people fighting inside a wrestling ring. He didn't realize that it also told long term stories filled with drama, emotions, family conflicts, loyalty, betrayal, and character development. But once he understood the storytelling behind the bloodline, his entire perspective changed. As the weeks went by, the events in the storyline started feeling surprisingly relatable to our own lives. We became so invested that after every episode, we would sit together and predict what might happen next. Those conversations became something we genuinely looked forward to every week. Without realizing it, WWE had become something much bigger than just entertainment for our family. As we continued following the Bloodline story, something unexpected began to happen in our own family. Watching that storyline together slowly created a stronger sense of unity between me and my brothers. I know that might sound surprising to some people, but it's true. Sometimes the smallest and most unexpected moments in life end up making the biggest difference. We all remember watching every member of the bloodline achieve success in WWE. They won championship, stood together as a dominant group, and celebrated each other's victories. One day, while we were talking about everything happening in the storyline, my dad said something that I will never forget. He looked at all of us and said, "You brothers are all busy building your own individual lives, but have you ever thought about working together as one team? If a fictional story like this can be so inspiring, imagine what you could accomplish if all of you truly united and supported one another." Those words stayed with me. For the first time in a long while, my brothers and I started spending more time together. We had longer conversations, we shared more ideas, we began discussing our goals instead of focusing only on our own individual lives. Gradually, our relationship became stronger. Our collaboration improved. We started helping each other more than ever before. Even financially, we made a sincere effort to support one another instead of trying to handle everything alone. Thankfully, that decision turned out to be one of the best choices we ever made. About 6 months ago, one of my eldest brother's biggest dreams finally became a reality. He had always wanted to establish a quality educational institution. Through everyone's collective effort, cooperation, and support, that dream finally came true. Of course, our journey is far from over. We are still learning, we are still growing. Like every family, we have had our ups and downs. Relationships aren't perfect, misunderstandings happen, challenges come and go. But I have learned that as long as a family holds onto the spirit of unity, those difficult moments become much easier to overcome. To me, that's what truly matters. By the way, I'm the youngest brother in my family and I'm currently pursuing my undergraduate degree. Looking back now, it's amazing how a WWE storyline, something created purely for entertainment, ended up leaving such a meaningful impact on our real lives. That's why the Bloodline will always be more than just a wrestling storyline to me. It became a reminder that leadership, trust, loyalty, and unity aren't just ideas we see on television, their values can genuinely change the way we live our lives. There's another thing about Roman Reigns that has always left a lasting impression on me every time he makes his entrance with that incredible aura, his commanding presence, and that unforgettable theme music playing in background. It creates a feeling that's hard to describe. Watching Roman Reigns walk to the ring isn't just entertaining, it's an experience. There's something about the confidence he carries, the way he commands the arena without saying a single word, that makes you admire excellence. Sometimes I even imagine what it would be like to have that same kind of aura in real life, not because I want to be a WWE superstar, but because it reminds me of something much more important. To me, his presence symbolizes confidence, discipline, leadership, and the determination to constantly improve yourself. That's another reason why his character has had such a positive influence on my life. I would love to know if any WWE storyline has ever inspired you in a similar way. Has there ever been a character, rivalry, or a moment that changed the way you think or taught you an important life lesson? If so, I would really love to hear your story. So make sure to share it in the comments below. Even today, my family and I still follow WWE together. We still enjoy the rivalries, the storylines, and unforgettable moments that make professional wrestling so special. And if you enjoyed hearing my personal story and perspective on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me for more WWE discussions, analysis, and storytelling. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.